Good day, it's Eggk, and this is the 1990 high-grade Zeta Gundam. Straight out of the box with no detail work. Yeah, you heard me right. For the 10th anniversary of Gunpla, Bandai treated fans to a brand new line of kits, high grades. This limited run featured the first lead suits in more detail and color than ever before seen. It was a massive step forward in Gunpla history, so much so that they felt the need to boast about it as soon as you open the box and you see the magic words system injection. Oh, wait a minute, look at the runners. There's color correction directly on them. This is crazy. This is a really cool technique that helps fill in red and yellow details on the kit. The Zeta has lots of little yellow spots, and although not all of them are taken care of in plastic, there is a jaw-dropping amount that are. Even today, this is bananas. Parts like the arms even have 3 colors in one. The rest of the runners are pretty straightforward, and this model is so old that the bags are stapled shut. The instruction manual is very elegant. It's a thin booklet with lots of design notes and concept art, which really reminds you that this is a premium product. When you begin the build of the Zeta, you instantly realize, for as nice as system injection is, it does come with one large downside. For the arms to have these details, the plastic has to go through the back, which means there's a noticeable yellow nub mark on the front. Also, the vents on the legs mean the bar connecting them will also be yellow and highly visible when looking at the completed model. So don't go into this 35-year-old kit thinking you can breeze through it with no detail work. If you're looking to fully paint this, as I intend to, seam line removal will be very tough. The upper arms and shoulders both have bad seams, and there's no easy way to shave away the plastic to fit the arms into the shoulders after gluing everything together. They really don't make things easy for painting here, so old school skill is required. Inside the box, there is a sticker sheet to not only add some of the missing colors, but to also give it some unique touches not seen in the animation design. The beautiful artwork inside the manual shows us what we can strive for. A Zeta is always going to have an interesting torso, and this one is certainly out there. The hip joints connect through the center of the body, and each leg is slotted in from the back. This seems scary, but the stability is not that bad. It's just weird to hold since the front skirts are connected to each leg. The joints on one of the arms was very loose on mine, but the other is rock solid. I fixed that loose joint really quickly with some poster putty. Also, there is no way to clip the white part of the shoulder to the body, so the arms are going to be flapping back all the time. The head has a green piece inside that fills out the eyes, but not the cameras. It can also spin around, but there is no up or down movement whatsoever. I snapped this kit up in an afternoon and was very intrigued by its design and engineering. It's worth noting that this is not the normal version of the Zeta. It's the Wave Shooter, which has a distinctly different backpack. This was merely Bandai's way of making this transformation possible with the technology of the time, as the Zeta's usual wings call for much more complex joints than this. The completed model looks really solid with a top-notch sculpt. It has great proportions and truly nails the droopy chest of the Zeta's original line art. The 1990 high grade for the RX-78 doesn't quite do it for me in terms of design, but this model is spot on. Not to mention it's given a fair amount of articulation for the time, and of course, it's fully transformable. Well, maybe that's not a good thing. Am I about to lose my mind transforming another Zeta Gundam? Not really, actually. We start by removing the head and torso, then following the very clear instructions with real pictures. Slotting in the shield and making everything pop off because the connections are really shallow on lots of these pieces. When I built the kit last month, it was okay, but due to its age, the polycaps are remarkably weak. The one that connects the back tailpiece is actually cracking. This is from very minimal movement as well. These high grades aren't exactly going to be pressed again, so this is just the way it is, and it's an unavoidable condition when handling a kit that's this old. Once transformed, the wave shooter is pretty nice and looks the part. The wings don't change the design too dramatically in this mode either. The transformation is much easier than one would expect out of a Zeta Gundam, since there aren't many moving pieces here. Compared to the original and revive HGUC Zeta Gundams, it's really impressive that this kit does not parts form aside from the removal of 2 pieces. You don't got no extra brackets or frame pieces to throw in, but of course this high grade was literally redesigned to make this possible, but still. It will fall apart easily though, as a lot of the pieces just sort of float around, and by the time I filmed this segment of the video, the kit was really getting loose. For accessories, the gun can get the snip, and whoa, I didn't mean to take it all off. Oh well, I'm sure it'll make someone happy. It has a very thin peg which slots into a dedicated holding hand. Other weapons include the infamous beam saber chopsticks. The shield is quite a bit rounder than we'd expect out of a Zeta, but it looks pretty good when attached to the side of the arm. Overall, the 1990 high-grade Zeta Gundam is a great feat of engineering. Bandai was using the best tech available at the time to make this a special model, and wow did they ever deliver on that promise. Of course, in the years following this kit, there have been many advances, but it doesn't make this Zeta completely obsolete. Though it'll need to be a complete project to look great, it can still wow a modern builder with the spectacle of its system injection and that simple transformation. I spent 61 Canadian dollars on mine, and if you can find it for a good price, you really ought to scoop it up. These kits will never get cheaper. It's not like waiting for a reissue of the Master Grade Rick Diaz or something like that. You gotta keep your eyes open and jump on a good deal when one arises. It's worth it for the historical value and this pretty awesome sculpt. This completes my Zeta Quad Trilogy or whatever the hell. Now that we've looked at the Master Grade 2.0, the Real Grade, the Perfect Grade, and this High Grade, what other line is there to look at? Oh god! And that one even transforms? Well, ask me about that later. That's all I have to say in this video. See you next time when we learn the value of a hearty breakfast. Until then, bye bye.